Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can tell by the title, I am finally well enough, recovered enough that I feel comfortable with um, doing a video, finally getting my Raleigh card show haul done today. Figured it's a simple, easy, kind of low energy kind of video. Um, so that's why I'm doing it. I will put a timestamp if you want to skip me talking about what happened, and you can get straight into the haul that way. But for those that might be curious, this is for you. I want to start off by saying thank you so much to all the kind words from everybody. It definitely has helped me through this very traumatic experience. I believe it was Sunday. Um, it was probably around, say, like eight-ish. I started feeling like 8 or 9-ish. I think I started feeling an intense pain in like my upper like rib cage area, right below my bust. And I've had this feeling before where I would get this intense pain and pressure that would eventually radiate to my back. And usually, what happens when I have that pain, I just end up needing to throw up. Sorry if it's a little TMI, but I usually throw up about 2 times, and I usually get to a state where I am comfortable enough to just sleep it off, and I wake up and everything's okay. Well, this time it was on a whole nother level. It got to the point where I really started thinking like, like, is this it? Am I done? Like, am I about to go to the great white yonder? Like, just, it was awful. I was just seething, writhing, just like, I mean, I was rolling around on the floor. I was trying to get comfortable. Nothing was making me comfortable. I was just vomiting over and over again to the point that there was nothing left inside of me. Like, just, there was nothing. And hours and hours and hours went by because I was trying not to go to the hospital. I didn't really want to kind of be a burden or anything or have those extra expenses on the family. And I didn't really want to upset the kids. Sorry, there is like a hair going into my dang eyeball. But so I think it got to about 3, like 2 or 3 in the morning. I couldn't take it anymore. I think it was somewhere around there. It was just so late. And I finally told my hubby, I was like, I quit. Like, and he already, well, I think I told him, but what actually happened was he had called, like, I guess a nurse line or something, and they're like, you need to get her in the hospital. So we went to the first hospital. I'm still in agony. I'm just like, you know, trying to throw up, but I'm not getting much of anything up in the waiting room. And I finally get seen. Um, they eventually give me, or they try to give me an IV. Like, they're trying to get like a needle in so they can take lab work as well as administer pain medicine. But because I've been vomiting for so long, I was so extremely dehydrated that every time they stuck me, my veins were blowing out. I think you can still kind of see. It was a lot worse than this, and it was on both arms. You can see a little bit on my hand. Sorry if it upsets anybody, but they eventually get that to work. They find a spot. They administer morphine as well as like a tummy nausea control, like pain med as well. The doctor barely spent more than 2 seconds with me, kind of, dangled his hands over my abdomen, and it was just like, we'll do a urine test for like a UTI, and you should really get a sonogram. But they couldn't do that because they weren't going to, the people that do the sonogram don't come in until earlier or further into the morning time. And so I don't think he really wanted me to be there any longer. In my personal opinion, I think he wanted me to get in and out. So he's like, just do a CT scan. So you do the scan, do the blood test, the urine test. He came in for another split second and was like, everything's fine, nothing weird. I'll give you just the tummy pain nausea medicine that just focuses solely on the tummy, and was like, basically like, get out. So when he walked out, one of the nurses was like, no. I think she was waiting for him to be a good distance away and was like, no, I really think this is the issue. You really need to get a second opinion or go to a GI specialist. So I got sent off. I survived Monday with the nausea medicine. I still couldn't really eat or drink anything. Tuesday, I tried to go to the grocery store. I took a shower, and the hot shower kind of made me feel a little bit better. So I went to the grocery store on Tuesday, and I start, even though I'm just not feeling right. I, pick up some toilet paper or paper towels, and that seemed a little bit strenuous, but I pushed through. But when I picked up a half gallon of sweet tea for my daughter, it it honestly felt like I was trying to lift an elephant. I couldn't do it. So I let my husband know I can't. I was like, I can't finish grocery shopping. I'm just, it's not good. So he left work and came home so that way he could pick up the kids when they go to school or when they come back from school. And I drove myself to a different hospital where I just waited to get to be put back in a room. And this time obviously they were trying to do the IV thing again and like doing the blood test. They had already done a urine test on me, and they could clearly see like, okay, this isn't working. We need to get fluids in you. And they were able to find a place to stick me where they would give me fluids, which was the first time ever. The other place didn't even do that. This time I was, fast forward through some of it, I was able to actually get a sonogram, which is kind of like, ultrasound, which, oh my gosh, it literally felt like somebody was taking a hammer or sledgehammer and just going, and then rubbing it up and down like my abdomen area. It was excruciating. A lot of tears were shed. And I just wasn't feeling believed. It was a whirlwind. And I had been there for hours and hours and hours again. And I'm just like hoping and praying maybe there's a better medicine or something, because it's just not right. I haven't really been able to eat in a few days or drink. Like even water was just upsetting me. And the results came back. And the doctor, she's like, yeah, your gallbladder is gotta go, like, now. And I'm just like, what? And it just like, I was crying again because I was like, oh my gosh, like, thank goodness. So there was my answer. I was believed. I wasn't crazy making it up. Like they could see my pain's real now. But then it set in like, oh my goodness, my gallbladder's got to go. Like an organ has to be taken from me. And it was like, what? It was a whirlwind. Like I let my, family know. I think one of the assisting surgeon or whatever, he came in and all of a sudden it was like, oh, we're going to be doing this in about, 5 minutes or a few minutes. And it was just like, what? Like it was not being able to process it. Next thing you know, I'm like enrolled in to have emergency surgery to get my gallbladder removed. So Basically, I look like I have 4 bullet wounds essentially in my abdomen area. Because it's I forget what the word is, but it's basically they use rods. So it's 4 different entries for rods to um, less invasively remove the gallbladder. And as soon as I woke up after that surgery from it, it just uh, I'm gonna I'm gonna get emotional, but I need to calm down. The relief that I felt is just it's undescribable. Um, I feel so much better. I mean, I still get very winded. I can't do too much still because I got to wait like 2 weeks, so I'm not even allowed to lift anything over 5 pounds. Um, but I'm standing up straight finally. I'm not a hunchback anymore. I can get up and down without too much discomfort. I still can't sleep on my sides. It really bothers me, and I can't put too much pressure on myself where the like entry areas are. But yeah, so that's kind of what I've been through. And so now I'm like having to kind of learn what it's going to be like without that, because you do kind of have to change a little bit of how you eat, just because you're this gallbladder, if y'all don't know, is where your body stores bile so it can help process fat. So now it's just left up to like my liver to secrete some bile instead of having a much more concentrated version. So yeah, without too many details, I won't go into that or bore y'all with that, but that's kind of a little bit of what I went through. So yeah, I'm not sure what else to say about it, but that's it in a nutshell. So I'm going to quit jibber jabbering now, and on that, but just thank you again. It really helped me kind of push through that traumatic time in my life. I just was not on my bingo card. So let's get in to the haul. The first place I went to that I purchased cards, I believe it's Jeepster, but again, I'll put it down here. I'll try to obviously let you know what sellers I bought from if I can remember off the top of my head. But I did get this very cute Pikachu promo card. I don't know. It's like a little candid, like sneaky picture. Excuse the nails. I kind of chopped them off and everything after all the craziness, but it's just so cute. It's just a candid photo. I feel like somebody was like, like Pikachu has no clue that he's being watched. And obviously it's also chunky, and we love a chunky chew. Next, because I have recently kind of fallen for this derpy dude. I don't know why. I mean, it might be because we relate, because I definitely, if I walk around with T-Rex arms. Like I was known for that in high school. They call me the T-Rex when I walk around, and a squirrel when I was eating, because I kind of am like just a weirdo. But so obviously me and Dragapult, we be vibing. So I had to pick up a Dragapult card. We're getting some variety. It's not just all Eevees here now. So, but this is just like fine china is what I think of in this design and artwork for Dragonair. It's just like something you would find on fine china. I just, it's absolutely stunning, just super beautiful art. I mean, that's all there is to it. It's just incredible. I had to have it. Um, And then I got, I started a new collection of Aerodactyl as well. So I found this and just had to have it. I haven't ever seen this card before. So it really caught my eye. Obviously, I'm just getting back into collecting. So that'll be a common theme for me that I'm just gonna be like, I don't know, I've never seen it. What set is it from? Who knows? Not me. So very happy to have it. We have Alatias right here, just super cute. I love like the foil on there, the hollow. Like it's just really cute. I love the expression on the face. That's, mainly why I picked it up. We got this adorable Mew right here. Just like, oh, I got caught off guard. Like, oh no, you saw me do that? Like, what were you doing right before we captured you in this moment? I just love the expressive face in this art. Now this one, if you watched my buyer POV, then you saw my reaction live. It was just so hilarious when I saw that. I was like, this can't be real, but it is. It is a real card. But look at, like, oh, why did nobody tell me this was a thing? Look at him. Absolutely. Well, technically, I guess I should say her based off of the tail right there, if we're gonna, you know, be accurate. It's so funny. If I need a good laugh, this is the card I'm going to be looking at. Next, we got the most adorable Flareon card. Just cute as can be, just chunky. This one actually looks like a chubby Flareon, not actually fluffy like Flareon usually looks like. This one genuinely to me looks chunky, and I am here for it. We have a Radiant Jirachi, nothing crazy. I'm just trying to grow my Jirachi collection because I don't really have that many. So basically why I picked it up. Now this one, this Rayquaza, Ray, however you want to say, reminds me of the other Mega Evolution that's more graffiti style and green and black and everything. But I still can't find that one at the price I want to pay. And I figured this was a great alternative. It is definitely a pop of color. It's just unique. It just sticks right out at you. And I'm just super happy to have it in my collection. It's just definitely not something I have. It's very different. So I am all about it. Next, we got the boys, the 3 legendary birds. Absolutely love this rainbow card. It's just so gorgeous. I definitely want to collect the other cards of this with with the other three, oh my gosh, work. With the 3 birds, there are other variations, and those are also on my list. But for now, I picked this up. The next one I worked really hard for. It's the one where I sold the Charizard that I got, that I pulled from 151, as well as an Umbreon that I got out of Brilliant Stars. So I could pay for this card. Here is the seller, and I guess it's QR code. Just in case you are interested in, but this is the Espeon VMAX. Love, 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 love. Been searching for it for a while, been wanting it for a while. I've just never had the money for it at that particular time because I've ended up spending my money elsewhere before I even see this card, but I have finally acquired this bad boy and I could not be happier. It's just an incredibly stunning card. And yeah, super duper happy. Next, I got to see Coop. If y'all again saw my POV, you got to see that I met Coop. And if you can't meet him without getting a card signed, and that is what I did. I took my freshly pulled Eevee from Surging Sparks and got him to sign it. So I am going to end up displaying it somewhere. Not sure where, but I am going to be displaying it. Getting winded. That's what I'm saying after the surgery. Getting winded. But I am going to be displaying this card somewhere. And these are the cards. I only picked up a couple that I got, or I think 3 that I got from him. And it is this Rayquaza, or Rayquaza. Look how derpy that face is. I will say this card is very heavily damaged. I don't think it's going. I think it's this one, or was it the? Oh no, it's the next card. Never mind. But I just that face. It's the least intimidating face I've ever seen of Rayquaza, like Rayquaza or whatever. Yeah, so I had to have it. Had to have it. This is the one I was talking about that is very, very damaged. Obviously, the camera is doing wonders for him, but absolutely love this Aerodactyl. Oh, there it is. Can you see all that? Ooh, Crease City. It is crunchy. It's crunchy, crusty, dusty, but like I just, when's the next time I'm ever going to see this card, let alone get it from Coop? So I had to pick it up. It's so cool. And it's going to, every time I look at it, I want to know that story. And I like to think like maybe somebody really got a lot of enjoyment out of this card, or a kid didn't store it properly, but it had a lot of love and play in its life. I don't know. I feel like it adds character, a bit of mystery, like what happened to you, where have you been, like what was your journey like, just love. And I finally was able to pick up this Dragonair from 151 because every time I tried to look for it, it was always graded. At least that's the issue I've had. It was always graded. So I just, I didn't want to pick it up as a graded card. And I was finally able to just find it raw. And I am so happy. I really find that this card is just so underrated. It's just gorgeous. It's just ethereal. Like just, I don't know. It's just stunning. Stunning. And I think I actually got this from him too. Or it might have been from the first seller. I can't remember, but I got this Umbreon. They might have gotten mixed up. I might have got this from Jeepster. But just, I love the speckles in the background. They're like little stars. Just gorgeous. And I think one of the star of the show, which I passed up the first time around, but I couldn't get out of my mind. And I'm like, if it's there when I get back, it was meant to be. And it was. It was meant to be because, sorry about the noises, but oh my goodness, this Delta species Dragonite. Just look at him. It doesn't get much better than this, at least for now. Because there might be something I see and I'm like, that's the one. It doesn't get much better than this. And then it'll repeat itself. But look at him. It's kind of like me getting close to having the dark Dragonite. So I do, at some point, I would love a dark Dragonite as well, but look at it's just incredible. I guess it was like this, it was definitely the centering on this card was not great. Like in the front is what I'm assuming. Yeah, see, like, but I mean, other than that, I mean, this card is gorgeous. Absolutely love, love, love. You will see it in the background as well somewhere. But yeah, that's it. Those are my pickups. Let me know which one was your favorite, or what card maybe that you've been eyeing recently that you have on your wish list, because I would love to know, because maybe I might need to add it to mine. But with that being said, I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.